Hey, welcome back to the Diamond Download. And by welcome back, I'm talking to us, man, because we missed a week, didn't we?
We did. I missed you. How are you, buddy?
I missed you too, man. I missed you too. Hey, listen, it was so busy with Christmas stuff and everything going on. I'm glad. I'm honestly not gonna lie, glad it's over. I love Christmas, but like the couple days beforehand where you're like scrambling to get presents and like trying to wrap everything and trying to keep surprises, like bro, I was worn out.
Dude,
I
it's
was worn
wild
out.
to me. I feel like we literally were just talking about Thanksgiving and we were just talking about Halloween and now Christmas came and went. It's insane.
Bro, I feel like this year flew by, flew by. And I mean, we're gonna talk about that later. But yeah, I can't believe how fast 2023 has gone by. Like 2022 felt like it took forever, and so did 2021. 2023 just gone.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, dude, my youngest daughter is almost one, which to me, like, I kind of compare things to like how old my kids are now, which is like a very dad thing to do. But like my daughter's one in like a few weeks, which is just like insane to me.
Yeah, and Shay is like what, like 9 now?
Yeah, she's almost four, which is just
Wow.
insane as well. But dude, let's do this. I'm pumped. I know you're pumped.
I'm pumped too, man. I do want to know what you got for Christmas. Do you want to tell me? Anything cool?
What I got or what I gave? I don't think I got anything. Like I didn't ask for anything. I didn't want anything. Like I told people. Well, that's not true. I got a few things. I can't remember what I got. My mom had got me some stuff. Every year my brothers and I are just like we're not getting each other gifts. We're gonna go play golf together. Like
Mhm.
so, most of the people in my life, I just tell them I want to do experiences together. So whether it's
Mhm.
going out to dinner or going out to golf or going on a trip, like we're on a trip to Hawaii, in Q1 or Q2. So we just did like a bunch of stuff that were like experience based. I think my mom had got me a couple of things. I don't even remember what, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Interesting. That makes sense. I get it. Like you don't want to be sort of like the person that people have to like stress out buying for. So
Yeah. And dude,
um
like if I ever need anything, I buy it. But like I buy stuff once or twice a year, and I buy like a couple clothes. Like I'm just so simple. I've got like more than enough, and it's really not about me. But I want to hear about you. I know you were very generous to others, very, very generous to others. Did you get anything? Is the hat new? Is the shirt new? What'd you get?
these are both new, yeah. Dude, I mean my girl got me, swear to God, it was 41 presents. Yeah,
What?
like all the gifts that were under the tree that I showed you, like none of those were from me. They were all from her.
To
It was
you?
yeah, yeah, to me. And some
Wow.
from mom and some from my little brother and everything. But bro, I mean, like, oh, like almost overkill. My favorite one though was this. So this is like it's a lighter. You see that?
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can light shit on fire. Should I light something on
It
right
almost
now?
looks like a screwdriver or something. It doesn't look like it'd be a lighter.
I know, but yeah, it's just a little button. It's really for candle because I've recently got into candles.
Okay.
Uh, and so I always burn myself too because I have this little Bic lighter that I like try and I'm just always burning my thumb off. So this allows me some reach, and also I can like defend my property with it, like just you know what I mean, like let someone's nose or something like that. This
That's
is by
cool.
far my favorite thing. The other thing that I got was really cool. Like I'm a huge coffee guy, so I got this like Ember mug. I don't know if you know what that is, but
No.
it's like a mug that stays heated, but it doesn't look like a big clunky
Whoa.
thermos or anything like that. Like, yeah, it's just and it's you can control it with your phone. So if you want to like turn off the heat, you just like in the app just change make it heating off. But like, dude, I had a cup of
Wow.
coffee that took me a long ass time to drink, and like I was able to enjoy that for a long time, and it didn't get cold. So that was probably those are my
Do
two
you set
favorites.
it at a temperature or like what temperature? Does it whatever temperature it's at, it just stays at?
Um, I don't really know how it works. I know that you
Okay.
can just like in the cup. It says like I don't know. I think it's in Celsius. I have no idea, bro. I have
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's
I
cool. Dude,
don't
that's
know.
great. So yeah, I didn't get anything really for myself. I didn't want anything. My mom got me a couple things, whatever. But for the kids, so we got them like this sick play set. We almost have like this park at our house now. We gave it to them a couple weeks early, but it's got like a slide, it's got swings, it's got like a playhouse. So that was like a really cool gift that we were really pumped to give.
That's
Um,
dope.
and then like my daughter had like a scooter, but we got her a scooter. My in-laws got her a scooter for like their house. They got her these. I posted it on Twitter. Like we got these almost bumper cars. They're like these white, almost like bumper cars, where like you can control them with a remote, or they can control them kind of by moving the things on it forward, backward, left, right, etc. So she got one, and then her cousin, my niece, got one, and they were just on the sports court last night, just bumping into each other, running into walls. So they got things like bikes, a lot of clothing. We took my daughter to like Disney on Ice. We've done a lot of like mixture of experience things. Plus, she got some really cool gifts that she's pumped about.
That's dope. I love that, man.
Heck yeah.
The tough thing for you is like you do cool stuff for your fam like all year round.
Yeah.
And so like Christmas is kind of like shit, like what do we do? You know? Like my family was different. Like my parents didn't get me jack shit all year. And then when Christmas came around, Christmas was always like, oh, this is great because now I get to have stuff.
Yep.
And it was like, yeah, so like I don't know, same kind of with my girl, you know what I mean? Like I kind of just like buy her stuff whenever. And it's usually like pretty nice stuff that I should probably wait that should be Christmas gifts, you know what I mean? And then Christmas was like not underwhelming. And she's like appreciative of everything, but I was thinking like, holy shit, like maybe like I should have saved some stuff for Christmas because I just like did so much through this year. But anyway,
It was crazy, and I
you
feel like
got through it, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
most holidays I feel like aren't real. Christmas is real, Thanksgiving is
Mhm.
real, but like certain holidays, like to me, Valentine's Day is not real. It's just an event for marketers like you and me that gets people to spend money. I think most holidays are not real. I think most holidays are just by marketers and people like us that care about capitalism. So for me, like the way that I see it is like, I'm not going to just get you a gift a few times a year when everyone else is doing it. Let's do something weekly or bi-weekly that's memorable. Whether it's hosting, dude, I think we host my family or her family or our families over almost weekly, and we've done this for years. So we'll do Taco Tuesday, right, where we'll get a bunch of tacos and have everyone over, and it's a lot of work to host. It's a lot of work to coordinate that with the kids and everyone's schedules and order the food and either pick it up or get delivered and then clean up. It's a lot. So like that's what we do weekly. Like to me, all I care about is time with people. And obviously, right, you spend a lot of money. Like you to have everyone over, for Thanksgiving and have everyone over for this or that, it could be like 300, 500, $700 depending on the group and depending on what you're getting, right? So we spend a lot of money on just being together, which is really important to me.
Yeah. But it's always cool to be the house that hosts, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you're not just spending money for like the experience now, you're spending money for memories. Like, dude,
Yes.
all the little ones, and I don't know if are you the only one that has kids right now?
No, on my wife's side, her brother has two daughters, and then her cousin has a daughter. So there's five girls that are under four.
Okay. And there's more coming,
Yeah,
I'm
more
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, her cousin announced yesterday, and we did our like white elephant gift exchange type thing. One of the
Mhm.
gifts someone opened up was a pack of diapers, and then they did like the reveal announcement. So we might get a sixth girl. We'll see.
There you go. Oh my God, too many. Dude, is someone gonna have a son?
It's
Maybe
crazy.
Carson. Maybe Carson in a couple
Yeah,
years.
maybe Carson.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad it's now we can move on and do New Year's and then back to work, bro. Back to
Back to
work.
work. I like
But speaking of, we've done a lot this year, bro. And the three topics that I wanted to sort of go through were really just sort of like a year in review. Maybe if there's things you've learned, things you want to share. Let me find because I just wrote it in our chat. But I wanted to go through and we can share, W's of 2023. If you have two or three that you want to announce or anything like that.
Yeah, I think like W's and L's. I think like one personal, one business. I think like the W on the personal side was like my daughter Emmy was born in January of this year, so that was a big W. On the work side, I think LinkedIn, like personal LinkedIn growth, LinkedIn page growth, and like the LinkedIn business, that was a big W. That wasn't one that I was really banking on or expecting, but it's been a really great business and it's just been a phenomenal year. So the W was LinkedIn. So those are my wins. Having my daughter, Emmy, who's amazing, probably the cutest baby I've ever seen. Sorry to the older one, but she's really cute. The older
She
one
is,
didn't have
dude.
hair as
It's
a
a cute
baby.
baby.
Yeah, the older one didn't have hair as a baby, or she would have been tied. Um, and then
Yeah.
the LinkedIn stuff, I think, is the second W on the business front. Just the growth there has just been insane. Dude, the network now that I own is like 600, 700,000 followers or something absurd,
Mhm.
doing eight-figure impressions per month just on our own network, not including clients. So that was a big W.
That's awesome, man. I think that you've really sort of honed in LinkedIn this year. I know you've had it for a while. But this has like been like the year, and I'm stoked for you because that's such a valuable asset. Obviously, like
Yeah.
for the business that you're running around it, but also just to have that much reach, like 10 plus million impressions, would you say a month or
A month,
lifetime?
yeah, across the network, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. That's crazy. That's really, really impressive. Would you say that 2020 was like the Twitter year for you?
Yeah, I'd say 2021 was like big Twitter. I think we started, do we literally start on Twitter on the same day?
Yeah, we
Sometime
have
in
the same
April
Twitter birthday.
of
Yeah.
2020. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
like 2020 was like finding my footing on Twitter. And I think 2021 was like really good kind of growth. And then 2022, 2023 onward on Twitter, not as great, and kind of pivoted to LinkedIn.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Twitter in general as a platform has just kind of changed, you know. Not like obviously they added new features and like I still spend a lot of time on it, but like reach back then for some reason was just better, bro.
Insane.
Like my content is getting better, but it's just like the algorithm just doesn't really pick us up as much anymore. I don't know. It might be because I'm crazy inconsistent. Like I have like tweet spurts of like 3 to 5 days where I just tweet like 5 times a day and they're all bangers, and then I leave for like 2 weeks. So
Yeah, Twitter's interesting.
man.
Like, it's funny, most of our LinkedIn growth clients come from Twitter, but like a
Mm.
lot less agency clients come from Twitter. Back in the day when you were working with us, dude, so many clients from Twitter. So it definitely has changed. What about you? What is your big kind of personal win and kind of big person business win?
Yeah, so my personal W is I mean, I lost a bunch of weight this year, and like right now, you can. I'm kind of puffy because it's holiday weight, but it's all gonna go away once I get in the sauna today. But dude, like I had a moment I think in the summer. I'm not gonna lie, me and Ben Bader were off an edible, and so I started. My brain was just going. You know what I mean? And I only do that a couple times a year, and it usually reveals something to me that I need to fix. And I was thinking about how like I was, every year I always think like, oh, next year I'll probably like look better and be in better shape. Um, and like, but every year I've done nothing really to change it. And so the first like 2023 is the first year where I've really like shed a bunch of pounds and like gained muscle and kind of like kept it that way for the most part. Um, and so it was exciting to me because like I said, not right now, but like the last few months, I've really liked the way that I look, and that's like a big thing for me. You know what I mean? Like it helps
Heck
with
yeah.
everything. It's your confidence across the board, just better, you know?
Especially
And
for someone that's big on video. Like, dude, you do so
yeah.
much video. The fact that you look good, you feel good, you're more confident. We're like, bro, you were already crushing with maybe not as many of those things. And now, like, I can't imagine what you're going to do in 2024 now that you
Mhm.
feel even better and look even better.
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I think like if and even still like I always watch our old Diamond downloads. I actually watch those. Like every once in a while I'll watch like 2 or 3 episodes just to see what we used to say and stuff. And I was looking at ones from like July, August, and like I was chubby, bro. I look not that great. But if you watch the last one that we did right before I went to New York and started eating like a pig again, like dude, I look tight like a tiger, bro. It was great.
Oh yeah, I gotta
So
look for that one.
that's the personal one. And then my business W is, I mean, obviously starting Copy MBA and scaling it to what we've scaled it to. Like my audience doesn't really watch this, so I can kind of say this, but like, dude, like before Copy MBA, like I was kind of in a shitty place. Like it was not like business wise. Like the agency was okay, but my margins weren't as good because I was just like my team was doing so much that I kind of had to pay them more, and clients were starting to churn, and like I just didn't really want to work on it anymore,
Yeah.
and it was all right. And I also had another thing which I legally can't talk about, but I left that partnership, and then so that was kind of where most of my money was coming from, and then the agency was kind of just like shit in the bed, and so I was in a place where, and I was also shelling out cash because I had to pay for a lawyer,
Yeah.
and then it was in April when I bought you out for a pretty big number, and so like I kind of had no money, and I was thinking like I freaking hope this works out, bro. Like I hope it does. And I mean, bro, like once I like sort of reopened it, like relaunched it, like it just took off. And like it's changed everything about my life, bro. Like
Insane.
my personal take home, literally like 15x in a period of like 2 or 3 months. And it was
Insane.
already decent. You know what I mean? It's not like I was, like I was still already making 6 figures and it just went crazy. And that to me is like I don't know. I thank God, honestly, genuinely. Like I think like something. I don't know. It must be some sort of karma buildup where like that happened for us, and like obviously like we all work hard, and like the team and like we work, bro, and we deserve it. But like
Yeah.
it's still great that I get to do this and that I get to live this way, and I'm very grateful. Like this has been such a huge turnaround year for me.
Dude, it's
Um,
insane too. Like Copy MBA, I think we launched it in maybe October of 2022. We had a great first quarter, which was Q4 of last year. I think we kind of, my daughter was born, you were kind of dealing with some stuff Q1 of 2023. And then April of this year, the last 8 months, you just went from this is good to like gas pedal full throttle, right? This is insane. And did like mid seven figures in like profit in like 8 months. Like just insane. And I remember, dude, you called your shot. You said that TikTok was going to be a huge accelerant of it. And this was before like you even started. Like you're like, I'm going to go hard on TikTok. I'm going to make this work. And I'm like, dude, you probably will. I didn't think to the degree you actually did. So it was insane.
yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, no, that to me was like super exciting. And like it's just changed everything. We can just keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is now a play where like I get to build generational wealth, not off this business, but off the cash flow that it's spitting off, and it's gonna run, hopefully for the next like 3, 4 years, and we're just gonna keep doing this.
Yep.
As long as I'm not an idiot, I can roll this into multi eight figures and just be good. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Sorry, my laptop thing is moving around, but like if I invest it properly, I'll be good for the rest of my life. And by 30, I'll be able to like, I guess, kind of just have my choice of what I want to do. Like
Yep.
I can, build some other thing, or I can just chill. And like that's what I'm super excited for. Obviously, I don't want to stop working. I want to keep going, but like that, this has been a big turning point this year for me.
Hell yeah. Amazing wins. Did you want to do quick L's or no?
Oh, let's do some L's, bro. Tell me, yeah, I guess one personal L and one
The business, the
business L.
business L. I'd say the business L was, I think at some point earlier in this year, like just threw in the towel on that software business I was building like that email design platform. So after like, I don't know, 12 to 14 months and like six figures in cost, kind of just threw in the towel. So that was a big L, but a huge learning. Wish I had caught some of the lessons and learnings earlier, but ended up catching them eventually. So that was definitely not a fun L, but that was an L. On the personal side, um, I think the L was like the first week my daughter was born, I got COVID. Like in January of that, like I basically missed an entire first week of her life, which that was probably like the biggest L I can think of. Just like knowing how important like those first days and weeks are. I got COVID literally and had to leave the hospital hours after she was born. So that was a bummer, but it's been great really having that in my head. Like don't miss more moments. So I think that L is kind of a W just because of the mindset. What
Yeah.
about you?
I wouldn't really call it an L because it's not like you did it to yourself. You know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah, yeah,
you.
yeah. It was a mishap. Like that was like one that stands out. I'm sure there's a million more, but that was one that comes to mind that like when I think about the things that I actually care about, that was like a personal thing that I wish didn't happen. But obviously can't change it. Didn't ask for COVID.
Mhm. Yeah. I think that those are good learnings though.
Yeah, 100%.
I think in terms of personal L, I mean, dude, I've had a lot of relationships go sideways this year. And like it's not all because of stuff I've done, but like professional relationships with like, employees and stuff that I've had to fire and like stuff like that. Like business related like partnerships that, a lot of stuff could have been handled differently. I wish it didn't have to go the way it did.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, man. I feel like I've learned a lot about people this year. Um, and I feel like I'm definitely better because of it. Like, I don't know how much I can really share. It's nothing crazy, crazy, like nothing like catastrophic. Um, but I hate burning bridges, bro. Like that's one of my least favorite things is like, even if it's not even my fault, which a
Yeah.
lot of these like weren't technically my fault, even though
Yeah.
I probably could have done something differently. Um, like I hate burning bridges. I hate, having a connection to someone because it branches off. You know what I mean? Like one person could be the connection to 30 other people that you might need down the road. And you just can't see that until you're there and you're like, damn, I really wish I still had this person in my life so I could like, get this person, this, you know what I mean? And it sounds kind of transactional, but like honestly, like it's just sometimes the nature of relationships.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't like that, but it's all right. I've learned from it, and honestly, like the relationships I have now, like at the end of the year, like the people that I'm leaving 2023 with are super solid, bro.
Yeah.
Like everyone on my team, my family, everyone's solid. My girl's solid. Like everyone that I like, all my friendships are great. Um, and so like I have no complaints right now. And
Yeah.
then I guess in business, like I really think I could have done the agency a little bit better. Like it was solid, like 2022 when it was my only focus, it was great. But like, dude, I just realized the opportunity for info like early this year, and I just realized, or even I guess end of last year is when I realized like how much better I am at doing that and teaching and marketing that type of product and running a team and sort of not being like a service business.
Yeah.
And so like but I think that because like dude, I almost sold the did I tell you that? That's an L. I
Yeah,
almost sold.
yeah. And you were talking to a couple other agencies, a couple partners, a couple friends about selling. Yeah.
Yeah. We were gonna get acquired and I fumbled that. Like if I took it more seriously, I probably could have had, you know, I probably could have sold it for like high six figures, like
Yeah.
decent business. But obviously, like if I, did all of that and instead of doing what I'm doing now, like I would have lost money, you know what I mean? Like in the grand
Yeah.
scheme of things, it really doesn't matter because like we've made that back multiple times over by focusing on what's ahead of us, which is copy MBA. So
100%.
yeah, I'm glad about that.
Hell yeah. Dude, this was awesome. Was there one more topic?
Yeah, there was goals for next year. So tell me, what do you? And we can keep doing personal and business goals too.
Yeah. Goals. I think like I've really leaned into this year, like saying no to a lot of things, and I really want to even be more strict next year. A lot of times, like I might take a call because I feel bad or because I have a history with someone, even though like I don't have any recency. I think for me, just like doubling down on saying literally no to 99.9% of things. Because I realize most things that I say yes to, I'm not doing it for me, I'm doing it for someone else. So really thinking about the things that I want and not making decisions live on calls. I think a lot of times I'll just say yes and feel pressure to say yes in the heat of things. And then later when I get off, I'll kind of have some regret. So I think like my goals are to do a lot less for others and do more for myself and just say no and not make decisions or not agree to negotiations on a phone call. Just really marinate and think about it and take longer. So I think that's like a goal. In terms of like working out, like dude, I've worked out probably every single day for the last 3 to 4 months, like every single day. And then the last 6 months, I've probably worked out like 4 or 5 days a week. So continuing with that trend of working out daily, if not 5, 6 days a week minimum. Um, I think adding new offers to the LinkedIn business, like adding content offer, adding some other offers to LinkedIn. So I don't know. I just got a bunch of things that I want to do. Nothing really concrete yet in terms of like revenue or this, that, or the other. But just more of the things I like and less of the things I don't like. Very vague, but really that's kind of where I'm at.
Nice, man. No, I think that's good, dude. I didn't realize you worked out that much.
Yeah, dude, the tunnel in my
Hey,
office, game changer. I spend 20 to 30 minutes a day, every single day doing it, whether it's in the morning or midday or at night. And then the treadmill in the garage. So I really honestly want to be doing 2 days. I want to be doing the gym in the morning and the treadmill at night, but we'll see. I'm settling for one a day right now.
all right, cool. Yeah, man, that's dope. And I agree on the negotiation thing too. Like, I honestly think just like yourself well enough where you know that it's not in your best interest to make decisions or whatever, like on the spot. You need to take more time and maybe you're just an easy close, Chase.
Yeah, I always have regret when I say yes on a call because there's always something that I think about later that I could have done differently or said, something I could have negotiated harder. And every time, most of the time unintentional, that I've been like, hey, let me think about this. I've always thought of something that has honestly made the entire deal better, but at least my side better. So I don't know.
Mm.
I'm trying to be more intentional about that because it's so easy to get suckered into something. And then when you say yes on the phone to someone else's commands, most of the time the things are weighted in their favor. I've kind of noticed, right?
Mhm.
And it's kind of hard to find a middle ground when you're always just saying yes to other people's offers. Where I need to start crafting and kind of coming up with my own things.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, that's one thing I've always kind of noticed about you is you're such a giver.
Yes.
You're extremely generous. And like, dude, there's so many good things that come with that, but I think like in business, there's probably a lot of things that you've missed out on by being a little bit too, um, I guess I don't want to say empathetic, or just too lenient
That is a
on.
good word though. I really do think about the other person's side and always want them to get a good deal. And honestly, sometimes at my expense. Um, and I think the other thing I realized too is like whenever someone throws out a number or an offer, that's typically their first offer. That's not their best offer, right? They're kind of just hoping and praying people say yes. And I always say yes. I'm that sucker. So, anyways, those are mine. What about you? What are your goals?
Um, so a couple things. I mean, like, dude, with going back to the fitness thing, it's really gonna be a test of like if I really got it to see if I can just like keep improving on the fitness side. Because that's again, it's become very important to me. It's like a thing that I want to hold on to. And because I did it's really easy to gain it all back. You know what I mean? Like it's really easy to just like throw caution to the wind and just like just eat like a pig and just not work out. That's the easy option. So I really want to like stick to this and just keep going there. Also, I think I need to like be a little bit more adventurous and a little bit more social. Like, dude, most of my days are me in my apartment working and like not really doing much. Like I want to, and also I go to the same restaurants and I hang out with the same people. You know what I mean? Like I want to see more, especially like living in a city like Miami, bro. Like there's so much to do. And like my days are pretty much like I only really work like 3-ish hours a day. And if there's a world where I can like wake up at 8, hit, whatever I need to hit at 9, work until like 11 or 12, and then just like do random, cool, fun stuff for the rest of the day, like that would increase the overall quality of my life. I think like a lot of my days are literally just me spent not doing the most effective tasks. Like I'll do the work I have to do, and then like I'll watch like call recordings or something like that when I don't have to be doing that. And I'll just like be on my phone, like I'll be scrolling Twitter and on my computer, like there's a call recording going, and it's like this is pointless, bro. Like what am I doing? I just did that right before this. That was a call recording I kind of had to listen to, but like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like it's just most of my days like that. Um, and then in terms of like business goals, like you and I have kind of been like joking around about like 1 million a month for
Yeah.
a while. And a lot of those like and I do think that we can hit it, but like when I was saying it before, it was more so like, oh, what if I randomly get a TikTok that goes really viral? Or what if I randomly do really well on
Yeah.
Instagram? Like we just have, a really good month magically. You know what I mean? There was no real aim towards it. I think like if we're gonna do that, what I have to do is like sort of just decide a list of things that I know we can do, like input goals to get us to 1 million a month because it's like, dude, we can hit it. Our offer's phenomenal. Like we've done so much work in the last like month and a half
Yeah.
on the product side. Like so good, bro. Like new VSL's done, like cold outbound channels for, our students. Like everything's gonna be great. And all we have to do is just like execute hard. And I think we can do that. And like honestly, like the biggest thing that I have to get better at, because like, dude, I'm naturally a marketer. Like that's my thing. I'm a marketer, salesperson, copywriter. That's like where my strong suits are. That's why we've done so well. But like to get to the next level, I think it really has to be like managing people and making everyone feel hyped up and we have people, in the right positions in the company doing what they need to do and just like having everything run like clockwork, I think is going to be like what gets us there and also sustaining it too.
Heck yeah. Dude, that was great. I love that. 1 million a
Yeah.
month. Q2 baby.
Any last words to send people off with? Because this is gonna be the last one of the year.
Yeah, no, happy holidays, happy New Year's. Excited for what's to come. And if you made it this far, appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah. I mean, my last words, I'll say like, I don't know who watches these. Like I watch on or I see on YouTube, like most of them have between like 500 and 1,000 views. And then a handful only have like a couple hundred. I think like this is my favorite part of the week. I love doing this. This is
Same.
like one of the only media things that I like really never dread. Like a lot of times, like when I have to go make a TikTok, I'm like, all right. All right, fine. Like I'll make a TikTok, like I have to like force myself to do it. This never feels forced, and I truly appreciate everyone who like gives a shit enough to watch us every week.
Same.
And I mean, I'm not going anywhere, bro. I want to keep making content. I want to keep showing off my lighter. Yeah, dude, I really enjoy this, and I'm happy that people watch this, and um let's just keep this thing going in the new year, bro.
Likewise. All right. Much love, brother.
Take care.